Right now at 6, Hurricane Florence still churning thousands of miles out to sea, but with the latest forecast track, South Carolina could be impacted later this week. This is a live look inside the SC Emergency Management Division headquarters, where Governor Henry McMaster will soon give an update. We'll bring you that live as soon as it gets started. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm Emily Scarlett. Let's start tonight with the latest update on Hurricane Florence. Of course, Chief Meteorologist Demenis Brown and meteorologist Kevin Arnone have been watching the storm very closely. Demenis, the storm re-intensified overnight to hurricane status, and it's expected to grow even stronger before it approaches the Carolinas.
And I think at this point, we all need to just continue to pay attention to the forecast and don't let your guard down. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the week, but this is a look at the 5 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center. Sustained winds there around 85 miles an hour and is moving to the west there at 7 miles an hour. This is a Category 1 storm. It will likely strengthen over the next couple of days, even as we go through tomorrow, likely into a Category 4 hurricane by the time that we're rolling into tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then we'll continue to roll over some warm ocean temperatures. Here's a look at the forecast by Wednesday, Category 4 storm, and then you look at the forecast track here. What I want you to pay attention to, yes, the cone of uncertainty. Do not just pay attention to the center line of the track, because this storm has an equal chance of either moving to the east or moving to the west in this cone of uncertainty. And this cone does include South Carolina. I want you to understand, though, as we go into Thursday and Friday, this is more of a late Thursday into Friday event for the East Coast, and possibly some impact here in South Carolina, with some type of impact in the form of maybe some rain, some wind, all depending on where this storm will set up. Here's a look at some of the forecast models over the next couple of days as it continues to move to the north and west. And what you will notice over the course of today, this slate of forecast models has shifted more to the north. If you remember yesterday, the day before, some of the models were to North Carolina, some of them were over in South Carolina. So things are starting to take a shift to the north, but does that mean that you need to let your guard down? No, ma'am. No, sir. That just means that you need to pay attention to the forecast over the next couple of days, because things still have the opportunity to change. But if there is any impact from this storm here in South Carolina, even for North Carolina, we're now looking at late Thursday or into Friday. Now, we're talking about how strong this storm will become with all the latest. Here's meteorologist Kevin Arnone.
Yeah, and you know what, Demenis, there's high pressure that's going to really be staring the storm over the next couple of days, and we've been talking about this wind shear. Yesterday, the storm did not look strong at all. That's because a lot of wind shear in the area. Well, now it's in an atmosphere with less wind shear and warmer ocean temperatures, and that's going to help to really fuel this storm and really get its strength back over the next couple of days. And we are talking eventually by tomorrow night, even early Tuesday morning, back to a Category 4 strength. It's going to continue this track towards the west, and you can see by Tuesday a Category 4 and continue. Now, this is the track for the National Hurricane Center, and what our latest models are showing us, I want to show you the impacts of this current track, what it could be showing. And this is probability of winds over 39 miles per hour, which is tropical storm force. And you can see a good chunk of the Midlands upwards to around 50 to 60%. Again, winds of 39 miles per hour or higher. That's good enough to cause some power outages. And you can see where, most of the winds would be Myrtle Beach towards the north, up towards parts of North Carolina. Now let's show you hurricane force strength. All right, now this is winds over 74 miles per hour. You can see that up in the banner, and still a good portion in the Midlands, up around 10 to 20%. But keep in mind, that's for the current track that brings the storm just north of the border. If we were to see this storm shift anywhere towards the south, we could be talking now these winds, the probability here shifting to our area. And likewise, if it were to shift more toward the north with that cone of uncertainty, this area will likely be out of the woods. So again, still plenty of time to really fine-tune this forecast. This storm's still 1,300 miles away, but really over the next week or so, 5 days or so, you need to just start preparing. Again, get those kits together, get the non-perishable items in the water as well. Emily, over to you.
All right, thanks for that, Kevin and Demenis. Right now, we're expecting another update from state officials on emergency plans in preparation for Hurricane Florence. This is a live look inside the SC Emergency Management Division headquarters. We'll bring that to you live as soon as it happens. Earlier today, Governor McMaster re-emphasized that everyone should be making plans ahead of the storm. That's right now.
Pretend, assume, presume that a major hurricane is going to hit right smack dab in the middle of South Carolina and may go way inshore. And that means winds and water. So you have to get your medicines ready to go. If you have prescriptions you need filled, better get them filled. If you have relatives who need to be alerted to where you might go or where you can go, tell them, take care of your pets. Be sure to lock things up because you may not be coming home for several days.
Now, right now, there are no evacuation orders along the coast, but that'll likely change as the storm gets closer. Volunteers in the Midlands are packing food for shelters ahead of Florence. This is video from a packing event at Harvest Hope from earlier today. Their goal is to pack 500 bags to be distributed to shelters across South Carolina. In the last 3 years, Harvest Hope has donated $8.4 million worth of disaster support in the Palmetto State. They say preparing early is key.
Don't wait till the storm is hitting 2 hours from now to say, oh, I've got to go and get something. Start preparing today.
We know and we have seen the faces of those people in the community that have lost everything, how something as simple as a box of food or a roll of toilet paper can bring a smile to someone's face.
Harvest Hope has been working with corporate donors to make sure they can get supplies they need before or immediately after the storm to make sure needs are met. And you can track Hurricane Florence and get continuous updates from the First Alert Weather Team by downloading the free WIS Weather app. Our free news app will also keep you in the know of any announcements from state emergency officials. Well, tonight's the first night we introduce you to Inside the 10 Gridiron Wrap-Up. It's a chance to break down all the action from college football from over the weekend. Our Joe Gorcho is in studio with guest Perry Orth with highlights from Saturday's big games. Hey, guys.
Hey, Emily, thanks for introducing us. I'm so excited to have Perry Orth, the former Gamecock quarterback, join the team to break down both Carolina and Clemson's games from over the weekend. Let's dive right into it, Perry. Carolina disappointed with the outcome yesterday, losing 41-17 to Georgia. Really, I look at the offense in attack mode. They really struggled to be consistent, a lot of empty sets. What did you think of the Gamecocks' plan and why didn't it work?
To be honest, I really liked it. I think what they tried to do is get Jake involved and get him in a rhythm early in the game. Unfortunately, as we just saw, the interception for a touchdown was obviously not his fault, just a really bad way to get the game started.